Hello there, RGB returns for RGB TV with a match between Scan and Byul, aka Kang Tae-wan. The first match that we're looking at will be Byul on Protoss and Scan on Zerg. We're looking at a best of series. I'm not sure how many matches we're going to be watching today. I'm not sure how many matches this consists of, but this is a best of series between Kang Tae-wan, aka Byul, and Scan. Now Scan is on the Zerg. Byul is on the Protoss here, and this might be a little bit confusing, but both players are using a barcode name, and that is rather, let's just call it, it's a bit inconvenient, but at least I know what races they are playing, so that should be easier to keep track. Plus, turns out Byul's barcode is a little bit shorter than Scan's. Alright, so Scan hasn't really played fastest in about 6 months or so. It's been a while. He's pretty rusty on fastest, but he wants to take his chances at taking on Byul, who has been playing pretty much only fastest for the past 6 months. Byul is pretty damn strong. He's pretty damn good. I actually think they are about evenly matched. Maybe they're not, but I have a feeling that they are. Now, Byul really likes early game build orders when his Protoss goes for a very fast gateway there. Scan sees it with the Overlord there. Maybe Byul saw the Overlord. I don't think he did because he's scouting the wrong starting location. He's going for 3 o'clock. Scan is on 5 o'clock. Quick reaction there with pulling the Overlord away, keeping it out of vision. It's gonna maybe give him a small little advantage. Maybe it won't, but at least he knows the gateways are there and on the way. So very early zealous there from Byul. Scan knows this. He's got a pull there on the way. Overlord on the way, of course, as well. He will add another hatchery soon. He should be fine defending this attack from Byul. He should be fine. The zealot, though, is going to be very, very early. It all comes down to, is Byul going to scout to the right or to the left? If he goes to the left, Scan will have enough time to completely put down the Sunkens, completely untouched, completely safe from harm. If he goes to the right, I have a pretty bad feeling about this because the Zealot's going to arrive pretty soon. Zealot number 2 also already on the way, number 3 also on the way. He's in fact not scouting at all. He's scouting just the chokes. He scouted just the chokes, really, to see if there is a hatchery in the choke. Pretty smart move there, but this time around he is not going to find Scan early. It's just going to Scan is going to very comfortably get his Sunkens up, although he's not really putting his Sunkens in such a way that he can work towards blocking off this pathway into the base easily. Has 2 Zerglings, 4 Zerglings, 6 Zerglings. I only count 4. He didn't go for 6. He's feeling safe, but I'm not sure if that is the right choice because now there's 3 Zealots waiting to barge into the base, and there's only 4 Zerglings there to keep them out. It's going to be difficult for Scan to do so. Scan is pulling one more drone to the front to make another Sunken. Kang Tae-wan is getting scouted by the Overlord there. You can see everything walking through here into this choke point, ready to attack and strike. Gaster on the way from Byul, double gassing. He's got a Cybercore finished up already. He's not going for a Dragoon yet because he can't afford it yet. He's instead going for a robotic facility very, very fast. That's a very, very fast robotics facility. Now, what I don't like about Scan here is that he didn't wall this off, but it looks like Byul still can go in because the Sunken count is just high enough. He's building an Evo chamber, gonna get a second one probably right here as well. Maybe he's not. He's just focusing on walling off the Sunkens while getting his economy up and running back at home. He's scouting a little bit further in, sees that there's a Cyber Core, so he knows the Cyber Core is there. I'm not sure if he saw the robotics, but he might have seen it, and of course seeing that robotics, of course, is going to cue him in, but he has to get some anti-drop really, really quick. So 412 for some cannons. Byul is just very comfortably progressing, whereas Scan is doing pretty much the same, although Scan was forced to go for very, very early gas. And he's on a very low hatchery count at the moment. He can add on his third one, but I think he's going to go for a high level 10 first to defend himself from the aggression that is going to be coming in from Byul. Because Byul has his shuttle on the way. The Citadel of Adun also on the way. He's not going for a support bay, but might add it on right now. There it is. So Citadel will be 4 support bay. He wants to get speed. He wants to get level 1 attack. He wants to get a lot of things that are for a very strong first attack. Whereas Scan is preparing himself to defend. He's done pretty well with setting up these Sunkas in the choke. That's a lot of Zealots, but I don't think those Zealots are going to have an easy time breaking into the base, although there's, of course, this small little opening that you can try to go through. But I really do think we're going to see the Zealots shuttled into the base first. And Scan doesn't really have any protection here in the back. He's adding on a couple Sunkens just to be sure, because he knows the shuttle's going to shuttle over Zealots. He knows it's going to happen. There's a couple Zerglings prepared. He's got Hydralisks not yet on the way. Yeah, he does have 2 on the way. He's got Speed on the way as well. The Sunkens aren't finished yet. Zealots are coming in. Sunkens are going to have to be morphed right about now. The Reavers are in production. He's got 2 Reavers in production because 1 Robotics is in the front, 1 is in the back. He split them up wisely. So yeah, Scan is going to have a really difficult time defending here because those Zealots are growing in size, slowly being shuttled over 4 by 4. And once all are shuttled over, maybe he's not going to shuttle all of them over. Maybe he's just going to keep a couple of them here in the base because he might want to start picking up those Reavers as fast as he can. Or is he going to shuttle over those 4 Zealots as well, and then the 2 Reavers? All that is happening though, Zealot speed is finishing up. Hydras are spawning. The Hydras might... Zealot speed is going to come up online anytime now. And this is looking very, very bad for Scan here. He's half the supply, only has this very small amount of Hydras. Very small amount of Hydras. Just 1 Sunken down. Zealots, actually, I think the Zealots alone can win this fight here. I think the Zealots alone can win the fight here. He doesn't even need the 2 Reavers. The 2 Reavers are just the cherry on top, the icing on the cake. Reaver comes in, double Reaver there, gonna be unloaded, gonna shoot in everything they can. Yeah, that's gonna be a done deal. Those drones are gonna be... are exploding really quick. The Reavers are killing everything that's still left alive there in the back. A couple of Hydras are on the way, but the Hydras that are going to spawn are not going to make a difference. And that is a win there for Byul in the very first game. Scan just couldn't keep up with the very strong early game aggression from Byul, which just seemed to be really on point and extremely well timed. It's going to be a win there for Byul in the very first match. And that means we're going to look for game number 2 between these 2 powerhouse fastest and normal map players, because do note, both these players have in the past qualified for the ASL. Scan in Season 11, and I think Byul somewhere in Season 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. I'm not sure which one of those it was, but it has to be one of those. Alright, so game number 2. Byul will be on the Zerg, and Scan will be on the Protoss. Both players are still on barcodes, a little bit confusing, but it shouldn't be too hard to keep track of. Game number 2, let's see if Scan can return the favor. Cross-map situation, 6 o'clock against 12 o'clock. Time to 1 there, Byul on the green, Scan, Yu Sung-kun on the red Protoss. Not sure if I pronounced his name correctly. Yu Sung-kun, Yu. It's actually Ryu, but you write it as Yu because in Korea they changed the lettering system. So it is actually Ryu Sung-kun, but you write it in Korean as Yu Sung-kun. Not sure why it's exactly written like this in Korean. I guess it's just one of the differences in how things are pronounced in different languages. Others have different pronunciations. That's just, you know, a given. Kind of obvious. I shouldn't even have to say it, really. Alright. Alright. That aside, Scan on the Protoss, let's see what he's going to do. When he started fastest, Protoss against Zerg was one of his weaker matchups because he simply played it, well, let's say we can simply bluntly call it he played it wrong. He played the matchup wrong in the past, but as he played more fastest, his Protoss against Zerg and Protoss against Terran got very, very strong. He just, at some point, all the puzzle pieces clicked, fell together into one whole, and it just turned into a really strong powerhouse Protoss. Now though, Byul though, we've seen him in the past beating Liba, who's Protoss with Zerg. And Libagu's Protoss against Zerg is exceptionally very difficult to beat. It's one of the strongest Protoss against Zergs in all of fastest map. It's very, very difficult. So I think Scan's got this. He's got the edge. But Byul is known for being very, very good in this matchup. He's a very good Zerg against Protoss player. Exceptionally good. So I think he went for double hatchery in the choke before he got his pull. A third hatchery there in the back. He is risking this really, really hard. If Scan decided to rush him, Byul would have some real big troubles defending it. But because Scan is going for Nexus double gateway into double gas into, I think, a Cyber Core, there's going to be a small bit of delay before Scan can attack. So Byul is actually gambling here. He's gambling, and the gamble is working out in his favor. Because 4 hatcheries, morphing or finished. And 1 sunken there in the choke. Number 2, they're also on the way. He's morphing the eggs inside the pathway there in the middle just to keep units out. He's actually putting effort into doing that. I really, really like that. It's something I've seen Rabbit do first, and after I saw Rabbit do it, I saw a couple other players try their hands at it as well. And sometimes it works really well. Sometimes 2 hatcheries in the choke here just go down very, very early. And the game is over pretty quick, because losing those 2 hatcheries in the front is a pretty big investment to lose. And a pretty big hit to one's production ability. Now Scan got the robotics already on the way. He's building zealots consistently. Got level 1 attack also being queued up there. Double gas being mined from in the back. And Kangtaewan Byul here in the bottom side is adding on 2 extractors. He's splitting them up away from his minerals. Some players don't like the fact that if you take these 2 gazers, the workers are gonna walk over the workers that are on your minerals. They go back, up and down, up and down, up and down, and they pass over your drones. And a lot of players don't like that, so they start with these 2 gas here on the sides instead. Now 2 more hatcheries there in total, so it's going to be 7 hatcheries altogether. He's being very, very greedy. He's trying to cheat his way into having a very big base very quickly. And I think it looks like he is succeeding for now. It looks like he's succeeding for now, but Scan there has got these robotics finished. Support bay there on the way. But where's the support bay? Where is that? There's the support bay. So double robo, pretty much the same thing that Byul was doing. The only difference, of course, being Byul didn't go for the extra nexus. He went on a single nexus. So we see Scan there with a slightly higher gateway count, but a slightly smaller zealot count. And Kangtaewan is just going very fast. He's going hard on the sunkens there in the choke. Got double Hylas then as well for double upgrades of speed and range. He's got a lot of production ability. This game is going to be a difficult one for Scan. Just because Scan... Well, not because, just because Scan. I mean, just because Byul gambled and won the gamble. Got Hylas finishing up there in the back. Shuttle is about to fly those zealots into the base to start harassing and setting up the attack, but Byul is prepared for this one. Byul has the Hylas finished and more of them on the way. He's going to be able to defend himself. Not easily. He's going to take some damage there on his Hylas because speed is finishing up there on those zealots. Level 1 attack, they're also finishing up very soon. Reavers are queued up back at home for Scan. Speed for shuttles is as well. Great micro there on display from Byul, but Byul doesn't have speed on his Hylas yet, so the zealots are just keeping up easily. And I think speed is going to finish up for both players almost at the same time. Byul wins the speed race towards speed a little bit faster than Scan, but Scan is catching up there with his own speed, but his speed is a little bit too late. The zealots have gone down, didn't really achieve much at all, but I think he's got a pretty strong second attack up his sleeves. Now do of course keep in mind, Scan hasn't played fastest in 6 months. He's a little bit out of shape. He's been focusing just on normal maps for this entire time. And, I mean, it paid off. He qualified for the ASL. He's been playing really well against other pro players as well. He's been taking wins from players like Action, Yuck, and you name it. He's been taking wins from a lot of players. He's been doing very, very well. He goes for the front push first, but I think that the 6 o'clock spawn location has some Reaver Scarab interactions here around the corner, where Reavers can't kill stuff around the corner. Instead, they start crawling forwards, but this is the only option he's got. He's got to kill this here in the front to open up the base, to allow himself to break through the front door. But Hydras are here, ready in the back. And I see one more hatchery for number 8 and number 9. So 7 here in the back, and 2 in the front. Although 1 in the front, 1 down. So he'll be back on 7 hatcheries very soon. We've got Overlord upgrades finished, I believe. No Overlord upgrades finished at all. He went for a late lair instead of 1 attack and Carapace on the way there for his Hydras. A lot of Zealots on the middle here. Scan is almost maxed out. He went for a very quick max with Reavers to push. More Reavers are arriving on the scene here. He's got 4 Reavers in total. He's going to try to go for a Reaver Zealot bust here. And if Byul didn't go for this build order, this attack would win the game. But there's so many Hydras coming out from the bottom side here. He's going to go for the surrounder on the Zealots with support from the Sunken Reavers there in the back, trying their best to kill everything they can. But so many Hydras coming in to finish this off and defend his life. Goes straight for the Reavers. Reaver Michael there in the back from Scan. Loses 1 shuttle though with 2 Reavers inside it. Actually 1 Reaver, but the other Reavers in the back go down. The Zealots all get cleared out. And the 2 Reavers there in the front are still alive. They're going to get taken down there by the Hydra. It's going to do his best. He forsakes the life of one Reaver. But that was a pretty intense fight. Scan broke down most of the choke, but lost his entire army. He's going to try to go for a Reaver drop there with that 1 single Reaver that's still alive. But Byul, of course, knows it's coming, although he isn't prepared for it because he has nothing in between the shuttle and his minerals. He does have some lurkers there morphing there close to his base. I just moved to the bottom side, ready to intercept. He knows it's coming. He knows it's coming. Doesn't get to unload, but another drop there comes in from the other side. Drones are running away to safety. Reaver's going to unload there on the scene, but there's nothing there to kill for the Reavers. He's going to kill some Hydras instead. He's going to try the micro, but the micro is not really going to pay off. Drones return back to base, and that is a safe situation there for Byul. 53 drones still alive against 60 probes there from Scan. He is still adding on to his base. Building a proxy gateway base there on the side. Slowly filling out his main base as well. Just balling up another mass for another frontal attack. Templars in there as well. I don't see an observatory from Scan, so he's gonna find himself blocked out from entering and attacking once he discovers the lurk tier in the choke. He's gonna build a proxy base on the middle to try and close the distance for his Reavers. I think he's gonna build like a 5 or so robotics on the middle and a bunch of cannons as well. Of course, just to close the distance. Level 1 armor and attack finished. Level 1 shield, level 2 armor, level 2 weapon are on the way. Observatory on the way to back at home. Adding cannons as well as drop defense. Adding on even more gateways to his proxy base. Now the amount of sunkens from Byul here is very, very high. Still only on 7 hatcheries. Hasn't added on any others. Mostly busy morphing lurkers and getting advanced tech. He's got the Queen's Nest on the way and the Spire as well. Slowly adding on drones for his economy. Scan is a little bit short on drones, only 60. He could make do with about 75, but he's doing fine for now. But I really do think he's going to have to hit 75 at some point into the match. But I don't think he will. I think he's going to accidentally, not intently, stay in about 60. Shuttles are flying across the map. I'm going to get a drink real quick while this is happening. Delightful. Truly delightful. Loading up the shuttles, preparing for that drop into the base. He's splitting up the shuttles into every single direction. Gonna try to make it as difficult as possible for Byul to catch all the shuttles. Although not all the shuttles are filled up. Only one of them is filled. 2 of them have a Templar in them. He's splitting them up into 5 different directions. Can Byul snipe every single shuttle? Or is this not gonna work? He snipes the right one. Oh, he snipes all the right ones. Really, really well played there from Byul. Gets all the shuttles on 5 different locations, although I have to admit, Scan kind of flew in over the exact wrong spot. So we flew into the Hydras, not on purpose, but the setup was pretty cute. Pretty cute attempt. So now we're on 75 drones there from Byul. He's adding on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 hatcheries. Getting spores on the sides as well. He's gonna turtle up really hard. I count about 8 lurkers there in the back to protect his workers from drops and his main from reavers or anything that gets dropped on top. Another drop there in the making from Scan. Got 4 robots on the middle. Number 5 there and a couple of Stargates as well. No cannons there yet. I don't see any cannons on the middle yet. But he's formulating his next attack, preparing himself to go in from the front. Shoo, Byul is not responding to this one. This one might just hit the money shot. Byul's very slow with response. Templars are reloading. Templars are too far. Storm's on the... gets about 6. So he's gonna try to get another Storm. He can't Storm. Storm's at the lair once again, but the drones are going the other direction. So he doesn't actually kill any amounts of drones that actually matter, but at least he got in. At least he got in, but Byul defended that one just in time. It was close, just in time with the worker pool. The Scan there, gonna go for another drop attempt. Corsairs there on the side, trying to deny some side vision there by killing some overlords to reduce the playing field that Byul has. Because currently Byul has some pretty good side vision to give himself some pretty good reaction times against those drops from Scan that haven't worked so far. 91 drones from Byul. He's very rich, but Scan on 60 probes is actually doing pretty damn well. Fleet Beacon there on the way with Disruption Web. He's getting a lot of upgrades all at the same time. Air weapons, air armor, ground shields, ground weapons. No ground armor level 3 though, but he's getting Kandarian Amulet for his Templars as well. He's getting everything he needs. Pretty much all at the same time. Is this one gonna hit? Yes, he's unloading. Templars are storming. Templars missing the storm turret though, but I think he still has a couple of them left in there. There's so many lurkers, he simply can't storm quick enough. And the drones all stay alive there in the back, so Byul is holding on, and he's holding on really, really well. He's getting spores everywhere as well. I like this. It's a little bit more turtley than we usually see, but Kang Tae-won, Byul knows that he has to do this. He knows he's got to turtle up to increase his chances of winning the game. Now, Scan still hasn't been able to really put a dent into Byul's base. He almost broke through the front ones, but the front is now so well fortified that Scan is going to have a difficult time actually breaking in. Drop there comes in from the side. Spores are intercepting. He's going to have to force to unload there on the side. He's going to kill Spores. It's just Zealots. He's there to attack Spores. I like this, but I don't think he's going to get any of those Spores killed, except maybe the top one. Maybe the bottom one as well. Now he gets 2 Spores. The idea is really good. The idea is really good to open up a hole there on the side. But he doesn't quite manage to actually create an opening to fly in from. Drop there, coming from the right side, goes in. The Hydras are responding to it. He's going to have to dodge the Hydras. He flies. Ooh, he's skidilled. Ooh, he's going to flow. He's trying to micro his way around, but he skidoodles right out of there after he sees that this is not going to work. He's going to fly around though. There's still Overlords on the side though. You can really see that Scan has kind of rusty because he's doing a lot of the right things, but he's forgetting some small details here and there that can help him set up, that can help him make the attacks that he's doing succeed. Just small little things that aren't going his way. Byul now finally has his Guardians up and running. He's got upgrades for his Guardians on the way as well. Carapace and attack. Hydras are almost on level 3-3. Same for the army here from Scan though. 2-2-3 there on the gateway units. I don't see any Corsair. There are the Corsairs. They have level 1 arm attack, level 2 shields. No air armor finished yet. Level 2 weapon finished right now. There's no vision on the side here, so he might actually go in and hit a storm here. Goes in, disruption webs are coming down, drones are running away, he's gonna chase the drones straight into the saber area. Starts from low, Templars are nowhere to be seen, Templar's gonna storm, Templar please storm, Templar hits, Templar doesn't get that many kills. Storm's the main, gets about 15 kills there, so in total about 15, 16, 20 kills. It's something, it's not a big hit, but at least he killed something, at least he finally made some progress. But it looks like Byul is done with waiting. Looks like Byul is ready to move out, go for the attack. Scan doesn't have a massive army on the middle here. He's currently occupied rebuilding his army, although he didn't queue anything up just yet. He's building Stargates on the top side before he resumes construction of his units. He's getting scouts as well. I'm not sure if I like the scout option. Guardians are entering the middle, going for the attack, ready to clear out this proxy base. They're on the middle. Dragoons are there to protect the proxy base though. He's got backup Templars there as well, just in case. And the two Reavers are of course there to kill Hydras, and they will do it very effectively. But yeah, Byul is looking unbreakable at the moment. The only thing Byul doesn't have going for him is the fact that a lot of his supply is in these lurkers in the back. There's more than 12. I think it's about 14 or 15 lurkers in the back there. And a couple of lurkers in the front. So that is eating up a lot of his supply space. And it's reducing his army size quite significantly. But I think he's got just enough tech diversity to make a break into the middle work. But first we're going to have to see it happen. I don't like the scout option because there are Devourers in the base, and Devourers do really well in debuffing the scout damage. I would really like to see some other options utilized from Scan here, but he's not utilizing them yet. I think something like a Mass Reaver Corsair drop there in the bottom side here, or right here, where I'm looking at right now. I think that would be really effective. Because it also gives him access to killing all the tech here very close to it, if he drops right inside this box. But of course we have information, Scan doesn't, so it's easy for me to say things while I'm not playing, because I simply have more information that he doesn't have. He doesn't have this information. Alright. A lot of plagues there on the middle. These units are very weak here. A lot of scouts there on the way. He's going to try to scout bomb the Hive. The Hive hasn't taken damage yet. Hydras are breaking into the middle. This is going to be bloody. The storms there, though, these storms are absolutely majestic. Clears everything out. Now the scouts come in to finish up the Guardians within the fell swoop, the blink of an eye. Guardians are gone. But Hydras are coming in. Hydras are spawning soon as well. He's producing a lot of units at the moment. He's got 15 hatcheries, of which 2 are still morphing. Devourers fighting for their lives against the Devourer, against the Scouts. Not quite successfully though. The Scouts just taken down pretty quicker than I thought they would. The Hydras are entering the middle, and there's not much army to fight against the Hydras. The Storms are there though, but the Storms might not be in adequate numbers to deal with this. The Reavers are spawning at a very bad timing. Get taken down by the Hydras. Byul is breaking into the middle. Now Scan does have a lot of gateways there strewn about all over the map, so we can replace his army pretty quick, but Byul is on fire. He's not planning on giving Scan any time to rest and recover. Scan is trying his best though. He's got a lot of Dark Templars and Zealots on the way. More scouts. He's got a lot of scouts. This is way too many scouts. This is so many scouts. He's gonna go for the bomb there on the Hive. I don't see any Devourers at the moment. And I don't think he's gonna keep the fighter there in the back. So he's gonna lose his Hive for sure, but... oh, he's splitting up his army. He's going to clear out those sides first before going for the main base. I like it. He's first establishing map control. But Scan there with the Mass Scout Armada comes in hot. Goes straight for the Hive. We entangled them. screenshot there. HP there on the Hive. Yeah, the Hive's gonna go down for sure. Is not gonna stay alive. Oh yeah, the scouts get Blake. He kills everything. He kills the Hive. There's a Corsair in the mix there as well. Kills? Well, doesn't kill. I mean, this is beautiful. Scouts are actually working. Killed the Hive there, killing some economy as well. There's a Dark Swarm. A little bit slow on the Dark Swarm, but it is going to make a difference in keeping those drones alive. But Scan's tech switch into Scouts after nothing was working is working. It's doing a lot of damage here to Byul, who doesn't seem adequately equipped to deal with this. Just hanging on the bottom side. Great controller on the Scouts. 8 damage shooting up to 450. Flying back and forth on the bottom side. The Scouts are slowly going down because they got plagued. They all got plagued. They're now disappearing slowly. Now Scan is currently supply blocked. He needs a couple more pylons, but he's building a block of pylons here on the side. Guardians coming in from the left side, ready to take things down, but he's got Dark Templars and Zealots from the right side, ready to clear out these units on the left side. Goes in, goes for the attack here. He's going to kill those Hydras, with mass Hydras on the way there from Byul. This might end ugly, depending on where Byul goes with the Hydras. Is he going to go to the right side, or is he going to go for the main base that currently is not equipped to deal with this? A lot of Lurkers, a lot of Hydras, a lot of Hydras. Got some Defiles as well. This game is gonna, I think, end with a victory for Byul. Although, a lot of Dragoons on the way there from Scan, but the supply is currently on very, 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 very low amount. The Hydras are pretty great in number. Lurkers there at the back as well. Got some of the Defiles ready to throw down Dark Swarms and Plague to support the Hydras. Dragoons are spawning. Dragoons are coming from the back to the front. The Guardians still on the left side there. Still hitting structures. Not killing too many things, but still hitting structures. Dark Swarms are in the front there. Lurkers underneath, protected from the Dragoons. This game, even though Scan got some results, is turning ugly for Scan for sure. It's turning very, very ugly. He doesn't have anything that can deal with those Lurkers and the Dark Swarm Guardians coming into the back as well. This is a combination from hell. This is... yeah, it doesn't look like Scan can pull himself up from this one. This looks like a done deal. This looks very much like a done deal. Really well played though from both players. Scan just seems a little bit too out of shape to make everything that you wanted to work. Just a little bit too out of shape. But he played that one really well. But Byul with a very impressive, very, very impressive game number 2. Gets himself his second win. And that's going to be the video for today. We're going to follow this up with part number 2 sometime soon, because we have a lot more replays between these two waiting to be casted and turned into a video. I'm going to do that soon, but not today, because the weather is excruciatingly hot and I'm burning alive. Jesus Christ, it's hot. So thanks for watching. It was RGB for RJB TV, and please do return for the next video between Scan and Byul. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. Have a good day.